Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am back for another stream. Now you're probably wondering to yourselves, Zam, why are we here on Dffoo when last stream we were doing DMC2 and we were going to go through all the secret missions? That's a good question if you're having that. If you're not, well, I guess I'll explain anyways. So what happened is over the last week, I was able to get two more missions done on Dimension's End. This is the top tier, this is the high tier content in this game. This is the sort of like the top bar setup. You can see that my symbol has changed from the platinum I had last time to a mithril. Now, the other reason I'm doing this right now as well, or going to attempt to do this on stream, is because, well, I have 2 days, I believe. Let me take a look at this. 2 days to finish the last mission. Because if I can finish the last mission before the new ones come out, yeah, I got 2 days. I get 25,000 gems as my reward. So that's what we're going to be doing here for the most part. We might do some other stuff in the meantime, some online or something, but for the most part, we're going to be gunning straight for the final mission there. It seems everyone's left already at this point, so meh. There was a warning for it, so it's not even like it wasn't a warranty or something. Yeah, I'm just taking care of some side stuff right now. Boom. It's nice that hello Pip, it's nice that I actually have a roster I can do shit. And ironically enough, despite walking into this month with not very many resources, I walked out with all the major players. I got this guy's entire kit, and this guy's the top tier of the month. I got Onion Knight's full kit, and Onion Knight's pretty good. I got Theodore, his son, which again also pretty good. So I actually walked away from this month pretty fucking clean. Which actually kind of surprised me. No, like straight up, like my luck this month has been fucking absurd. I did not have enough to pity any of these characters, and I got their entire kits. Like I won this month so fucking hard. Who's actually still coming? Hang on. I think because I know Emperor's next month, and because of everything I got this month, I can for sure just buy Emperor's Burst off the shop, and I don't even have to worry about pulling for it, so I can just skip Emperor's entire Burst portion of the month. Yeah, no, I straight up, I'm in such a good position. If I can complete Dimensions End within these 2 days or within this stream, I'll be fucking golden for the next couple of months. Actually, who's supposed to be coming next? Let me look it up. Forecast. Divorce. Okay, so we're finishing the month off with a couple. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. Oh, wait. Squall's getting his rework this month. Ooh. Hello, Jeff. Ooh, Squall's getting his rework. That's a different story. Ooh, Squall's rework is god tier. It's like the best rework in. It's probably the single best rework in the game, if we're being honest. But I think you only need his LD to do Squall's rework. Well, because I have a time limit I have a time limit. I already explained that a little earlier, but I have a time limit to finish the final mission to get to 20,000 gems. So that's why we're doing this right now instead. Because I kind of want to get those 20,000. I want to get all those gems. I kind of need them. I'm broke in this game. I need those free gems. So that's over here. Ryu Hayabusa would be low 2C to, or well, he'd be Uni Plus to the. I personally think you can put him in the 2C range, just not very high into it, personally. Because I do believe that the Demon World in Ryu Hayabusa's verse and the human world are different space times. Actually, no, that's not correct. The Demon World in Ryu Hayabusa's verse isn't even connected to space and time. It's like a completely separate like reality. It was created as like it wasn't created actually. It was like basically the leftovers of the main universe being created. You can even argue there's not even time there. But yeah, so I'd argue like low 2C to the 2C range, or to the lower end 2C range. I know they'd be above baseline low 2C though. That's for sure. No HP attack? Bro, I'm so used to playing Dimensions End that this isn't even fucking a challenge. Oh, my roster's too good. Let's go and do it. Oh yeah, the fifth dimensional. No, they'd be six dimensional. The Ghostbusters would be six dimensional if you believe the dimensional tiering scaling they would have. For context there, yesterday at night I was in my general chat for like the first time in a while, and we were discussing the Ghostbusters, because I guess someone's making a Ghostbusters versus Sasuke video. It did seem kind of weird. I'll need some evidence for that. I mean, the evidence is them being able to fight Gozer apparently in his own realm, I guess, if you take the game into account. Well, that's what they said anyway. I'm not going to fact check it. I'm just saying that what they said is legit, and the Ghostbusters would easily be six dimensional. They would like fucking clap fucking Sasuke. Kind of weird to think about it that way, but I mean that's how it kind of works. Okay, hang on. Oh shit! Wait, Emperor's getting a rework too? Not bad. Okay, so hang on a minute. Let me actually. I was walking to work when it happened. I loved it. That'd be the machines though. No, it wouldn't. That'd be the Ghostbusters because they end up showing up to Gozer's realm in the game, according to what they were saying. So they would be in Gozer's realm fighting Gozer. Even if you want to argue that's just their machines. Ozra, we've been over this yet. We were over this yesterday. Like, if you can interact with objects in that dimension, you would be of that dimensional level. Hang on, let me. What the fuck I was gonna do? I was gonna check something. Right, I was gonna check the news. Well, okay, so according to the forecast here, well, it's because like, okay, no, I know what I was gonna check. I was gonna check my mail because I need to check to make sure my burst tokens don't disappear on me. How many more days do I have with these bad boys at? 87 days? Oh, I'll easily be able to save these. Wonderful. Absolutely fucking wonderful. For context, there's a shop where you can get burst weapons at, and I don't know how I managed to do this, but I already have enough to buy a burst weapon. Here, let me show you. So for me, I'm kind of like, I just want to make sure I don't lose the other tokens because they don't stack. Yeah, right there. Like, I got 50 of them. They don't stack for some reason. For some reason, they're capped at 50. Yeah, so you can buy any burst weapon that has come out, like Squalls or Ultimicias. As you can see, though, I've gone most, if not all. I'm only missing 4 burst weapons out of, I think, the, 12 right now? 1, okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I'm missing 4 of the 16 burst weapons that came out. Well, again, that's why I'm saying, like, the only reason we're discussing this is because at least according to Kyle, they might end up in Gozer's realm in the game. I don't think he was very like clear on if they did or didn't, but he implied that they do end up there in some capacity. So that's where you get that scaling from. Okay, let's see. Wait, if they build something that can do that, wouldn't that make them six-dimensional because they built something that can affect the sixth dimension? Well, you have to argue whether or not Gozer is six-dimensional when he shows up into the world itself, because Gozer shows up in like a vessel or like a lesser form. So you'd have to argue that Gozer is six-dimensional when they fight him on Manhattan's, rooftops. Also, hello, Mingler.
Hello. I just had some spaghetti.
Oh.
I'm feeling
Are you feeling sleepy, Mingler?
refreshed.
Oh, is that what you're gonna say?
Spaghetti does not make me sleepy. What?
Oh, I don't
What
know.
kind of world do you live in that spaghetti makes you sleepy?
So many things seem to make you sleepy, Mingler. How am I to know what does and doesn't?
People are just trying to drug me. That's all that's happening.
Perfectly normal behavior. Where the fuck is she at? Hang on. I gotta go
about
back.
six-dimensional Ghostbusters.
A little bit. There she is.
Yeah, that stuff's wonky. Especially when, like, as you said, like, Gozer sometimes shows up in his, he doesn't show up in his true form.
Not to mention Batman built a suit to defeat the World Forger who was 5D. Batman isn't even 5D. Was the World Forger in his true form or not?
Well, see, the way that higher dimensional beings, like, operate within verses is that you kind of have to make it clear that they're showing up with their true form. Otherwise, you would assume, even if they enter a lower dimension, that they're exponentially weaker than they are normally. Because they're not operating in their standard space.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, because most I want to play the game now. Most higher dimensional beings, when they interact with the lower dimension, World Forger is actually in true form.
It's true form. Well, you have to check that out then.
Hang on.
The next time I get interested in skin DC.
Let me just look this up real quickly.
Batman went to the World Forger realm. Sounds like fun. I mean, I wouldn't know the scaling for that because I don't do DC. But typically speaking, when a higher dimensional being shows up in a lower realm, even if, like, even if you say, like, well, it isn't stated that they're not in their true form, like, it needs to be stated.
According to VSB,
operates under the assumption that
wait,
you are,
when did they fight the World Forger? Because according to VSB, he's multiversal within the multiverse, but in his true state, which is in the outer verse, he would be 1A. So
a little bit higher than 5D.
Yeah, just a tad bit higher than 5D.
A teeny bit.
Teeny bit. Yeah. So I feel like you'd have to I feel like you have to bring up the evidence there a little bit. Hang on. Where did I scale Batman to? Let me just take a look at this.
Someone pick up the phone.
Unknown. So Batman has an unknown key as the God of Knowledge. In the Hellbat armor, he's just 4B. I feel like I have to watch that cutscene. Alright, we'll watch that cutscene. I feel like I have to watch that or read that fight in some capacity.
We have Batman.
4B Batman seems legit. Okay, so this character right here I haven't worked on at all, but she's like highly recommended for the stage I'm on right now, so we're gonna try and beef her up as quickly as possible. Zimmertorn, how's it going, man? Oh, Sebastian, how you been, buddy? Welcome back to the stream. If they were still in the multiverse, that'd be an Avatar then. Then VSB at least scales that to 2A. So
like,
that would, oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, if a 5D being entered a fourth dimensional realm, unless they're in their true form, that would be a 4D feat. That would not be a 5D feat because they're not operating with their full strength. Yeah. Especially if they're like spectral or like an avatar or something. It's not very impressive.
Yeah, because you can't interact with lower dimensional like forms in any capacity. I
And
actually learned.
assuming you do, you're now operating under their rules. You're not operating under the rules of your dimension anymore
Yeah, I was gonna
because you're no
say.
longer in it.
I was actually talking to the God of War guys about that one a little bit because they were talking about like the lower dimensional people can't affect or higher dimensional people can't affect lower dimensions. And they're like, well, you can't affect the painting, right, or like a drawing. I'm like, well, I can erase it, but it's like, yeah, but you can't pick up the rock there and throw it. So yeah, that's basically how it works. Like,
You can't stick your hand into a painting and start interacting with the
regardless,
people in there. You have to like erase it directly.
Ozra, his if his realm exists in the multiverse, that would still be only him, his avatar form, at least according to VSB. According to VSB, he has a 1A key, so like. I mean, I don't read DC Comics, but you tell me.
You keep saying a 1A key. I know not what this is.
It's out of Versal.
I'm getting dressed, so I'm gonna be muted for a second.
So it's like, I mean, no, I didn't realize they would actually use call upon her. Mangler's.
I am back. I'll be here for about 10 to 15 more minutes, and then I gotta head out.
Work or what?
Work.
Damn.
Yeah. Sadness.
Oh, hang on a second. I'll be right back. Before you
Okay.
say anything, here, let me just go ahead and mute the the stream real quickly. Okay. I am back. Sorry about that.
Yes, I can tell.
Yeah, Cyber just want to talk to me very briefly about something going down on VSB.
Heard that. Or didn't hear that, I guess.
Well, so I kind of fucked up a little bit, and I gave Earl ammunition.
To do.
Well, I would need to see where Mother spawn scales to. Is that the 2A spawn, or which spawn is that one? So you know how demons being fourth dimensional kind of like upgrades them to like low 2C, like regardless of their presence because they're all fourth dimensional?
No, because it's
Well,
not necessarily how that works.
well, no. So like, if you're the only way it doesn't work that way would be is if you don't argue the fourth dimension's a higher dimensional tier. Because like, if you're a fourth dimensional entity, you're going to be above like three dimensional constructs in general and shit. So basically, I told Earl like, hang on a minute, this is their argument. And
Sure, but like my problem with that is that I wouldn't argue that the demons individually can blow up like a universe in the context of a fourth dimensional space, only in like a 3D space.
Well, so
Like
then
if you sent
that would make them all low 2C though. At least in their true forms anyway, not their vessels.
technically it wouldn't even make them low 2C, it would just make them like fourth dimensional because they wouldn't have like AP scales.
Well, so the problem with how VSB scales dimensional tiering a little bit is that they scale it like sort of all or nothing. In that if you're fourth dimensional, you have to be higher than all three dimensional things. So you would be higher than even high 3A.
Does all or nothing? What? No, I thought they had nuance. My bad. My bad.
So, like,
it's not like case by case basis.
I was talking to Cyber about this very briefly, like, because let's say the Fury's fourth dimensional, right? Okay, but all he does is cut things. So like how would you scale that? He doesn't launch energy block. He just cuts things. So like he can cut a fourth dimensional being, I guess, but that's all he can like. He's not gonna blow up the universe by slicing it.
Not with that attitude.
Give it a few more years of fucking
I'm
thinking
sure
about
if he stabbed empty space over and over and over again, eventually he'd blow up the universe. Somehow. Some way.
If you're arguing spawns 2A, unless we give Dante a 2A key, which is arguable, but like I wouldn't really fucking like do that for a debate per se, then Spawn should win that one.
So there's two different versions of Spawn. One of them is 2A, and the other, well, there's like a classic Spawn that's like non-2A. Then there's a 2A version.
Well, they're talking about the mother of the
divine Spawn has arguments for being 5D. So he's only 5D because he ascends to a higher plane of existence, not because he transcends a multiverse.
Is Mother Spawn fucking God Spawn? I thought that was God Spawn.
Mother Spawn, God Spawn, Divine Spawn, I'm pretty sure they're supposed to all more or less be the same thing.
Are those all the same fucking version?
Well, people refer to God Spawn and Divine Spawn as effectively the same thing, so when they refer to me as like Mother Spawn, when like God in the Spawnverse is supposed to be like I think she's supposed to be referred to as a like mother, and she's like a woman, then like I would assume when they say Mother Spawn after he's taken her power.
So Virgil can't dimensionally cut the universe? No, Virgil would be able to. I'm referring to the theory.
Apparently someone did not read the DMC3 manga.
I'm specifically referring to like, so the problem here is that the demons, so Mangler and me, and for the most part most of the DMC crew, accept the demon world's a fourth dimensional like space. But we also kind of accept it in the sense that like the demons themselves are also fourth dimensional. So
they occupy the same energy source that comes from that dimension.
So basically the way this works is like this, is like, by that logic, you would have to assume that every true form demon is a fourth dimensional being. So what Earl's arguing for on VSB right now, and this is kind of, and I kind of told him that if he wanted to try this, he could try this to see what they'll say about it. So this is kind of my fault to an extent. Was that basically this would mean that every demon, that's actually arguable, Sebastian, but that would basically mean that every demon in DMC's true form should have a low 2C key. Or at least like when they're not in vessels. Also, Mangler, can you give me the scan saying that their vessel forms are weaker, that they're stronger in the DM world or something like that, or their true forms are stronger?
You can just look for the it's what's it called? It's in DMC1. There's multiple statements for it. So there's a statement that you've probably already found that's found in DMC2's novel, which confirms that the demon that Dante's chasing after has its regeneration powers cut off while it's in the human world.
Yeah.
DMC5 confirms that they now are coming through with their true vessels. Mundus confirms that while Dante's in the human world, he is blatantly just weaker in general.
Okay, so I'll use that.
Or if you want an example for vessels in general, literally look at any enemy description across the series.
Well, no,
they all confirm that the demons have to possess something.
I know that, but Cyber was asking me if I could get like some more like some scans for him to like try and argue against Earl's reasoning. Because I told Earl this too. I told him like, yeah, but like in their true forms they'd be 4D, but they wouldn't be 4D in their like vessel forms and shit.
But yeah, no. If you're gonna argue demons are like 4D when they're in the human world, that's kind of. Unless they're coming through a portal, or it's kind of
the only time. Oh, hang on a minute. Okay, so I think I'm starting to see a little bit of where he's getting this problem, or where this problem will come from, because we also have to consider the anime when Abigail opens the portal. Trish and Lady can kill those demons, so I think that's what he'd be also arguing for as well. That they'd be low 2C by killing those demons.
I don't remember Lady killing those demons, but Lady, you could just argue Lady's weapons are modified specifically to kill demons. So that's not really a factor. Humans have produced energy sources in DMC that can harm demons in their true forms and powers, but they usually don't scale those energy sources.
Oh, Jordan, Sebastian, regarding
also Trish scaling to that isn't Trish scaling to that isn't impressive because she's already a very powerful demon, so that would be par for the course for her.
Well, bro, you're gonna start arguing for a low 2C Trish now?
Like I said, ain't applicable in the demon world.
You're gonna tell me that Trish.
But I mean, if you wanna make the argument that Dante is like 2C at the time of DMC3 while he's in the demon world, then technically all the generals would be.
So that's why I'm saying too is that basically like fucking every. So this is where the scaling gets a little more a little more complicated, less complicated. So because I was talking, I think I was talking to fucking one of the God of War guys about this. I think I was talking to fucking I think I was talking to Jeff about it actually. And basically what I was like is, so if you accept the higher dimensionality thing for demons, then being 4D and shit, Dante from DMC3 is already low 2C to 2C range. And then the blow multiplier has a problem because we can't quantify it at that point because we don't have any starting point that's like easy to work with. Because all we know then is that Mundus is massively beyond low 2C characters.
Technically we know it's the multiplier is beyond an infinite amount. So no, that's not necessarily.
Well, no, because like
a jump from.
Because he wouldn't be jumping from 4D at that point, or he wouldn't be jumping from 3D to 4D.
Yeah, but it wouldn't matter. The jump between one space-time to another space-time within the fourth-dimensional universe is beyond an infinite distance greater than from the three-dimensional universe to a fourth-dimensional universe. Because you're jumping, like, every time you make the jump, the gap gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. This is kind of why, like, multipliers don't... Well, one of the reasons multipliers don't work in 2C. I mean, because if you think multipliers and, like, the multiplier, like... specifically is going to get him from 2C to 2B without feats, just because it's a multiplier, then Dante is already like 2A the moment he destroyed an infinite space-time. That's why that doesn't work. That every single character who destroys an infinite space that's 4D would be 2A. That's the logic that Death Battle uses. That's why they don't accept infinite size spaces. Because they don't accept like universal characters that can destroy infinite size spaces would be multiverse plus. Which is fair, but they also use power second.
Does Trish have a true form in the demon world? She does have a true form, or at least she has a devil trigger of some kind, but we just don't know what.
Her true form is putting on sunglasses and getting more lightning.
Nice.
I'm not even joking.
Yeah, because that's what DT's to in the DMC too, right?
But it is funny. I can still laugh at it though.
I'm still gonna call it now. Her true form is a Blitz. She looks like a fucking Blitz underneath fucking the Eva appearance.
Is Balrog the smartest demon because he didn't cry when Dante smacked him? I mean, I guess you could say he wasn't the biggest baby then.
Well, no, he'd definitely be the smartest because as soon as like fucking Dante beats him, he's like, "Hey, take me as a weapon, help me get stronger, and then I'll kick your ass later." And Dante's
what he did was Dante destroyed like Dante's weapon, and then after he got the shard destroyed, he was really tired, and he's just like, hey, did you beat Argosax.
By any chance?
And he's like, hey, are you the son of Sparta? And he's just like, what if I am? I'm like, oh, I heard you killed Mundus and Argosax.
Do you guys think Dante and Virgil can kill / survive the entity's realm? Okay, so this depends on where you scale the entity, because you could argue for Outerversal entity. Like I know enough about Dead by Daylight to know that he's above a multiverse, or at least it appears that he's above a multiverse, because he can drag in people from different universes for sure. So you could argue the entity's at bare minimum like 2A or something. You could argue for higher dimensionality though, because I think there are some statements that imply that like he's vastly above space and time and shit, or it's vastly. Let me just check and see. Does VSP scale the entity or no?
Wank Dante versus Wank Kratos. I'm pretty sure Wank Kratos is higher because people don't wank Dante to Outerversal. I know.
What the
like
fuck kind of down point is this? They only have him at 3A?
You know, people wank Kratos to 5D and Outerversal all the time.
Bro, I already got an Outerversal argument for Dante. Don't worry. If we need to pull up the gun. What sort of fucking what trash is this? Yo, how the fuck? He literally tells the God of Silent. What does the God of Silent Hill scale to? Does anyone know what a Silent Hill God scales to? He basically tells the Silent Hill God to go fuck themselves.
Isn't Dead or what's it called? Dead by Daylight, like a crossover verse?
Yeah, no. So like, there's at least multiple universes the entity would dominate over.
I don't know what this entity is.
It's a spider thing.
Edgy.
It is. It traps people in eternal torment. What the fuck? Yo,
sounds dangerous.
What is this garbage? 5D Kratos isn't wank. Okay, so anyway, you want to explain why you don't do a 5D Kratos?
No, I'm gonna explain why. Like, that's not how 5D works. In order to prove your character is 5D, you actually have to enter the 5th dimension. Like, you actually have to enter a higher plane of existence and prove that you're consistently there. Transcending an infinite multiverse or transcending space and time once you become 4D is not 5D. You have to prove that transcendence,
the man
equates to a higher dimension.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't. No, there were never any statements for that specifically. The most I've heard people argue for that is like the Athena thing. But like, as I've already said before, like Athena's interacting with a lower plane of existence, so that wouldn't even scale to her. Plus, Kratos, in order to defeat Fear Zeus, needed Hope, and Hope was doing all the work, not Kratos itself. That also wouldn't equate to his durability. So
actually, let's go and grab one of these.
That's like a really weird argument to make.
So
the problem is
space. It doesn't have space and time.
The problem with this logic is that you essentially have to argue from this point on that any 4D character that transcends space and time is 5D, or any like 4D character that transcends a multiverse is 5D, which essentially means most, if not all, 2A characters are 5D. But that's not really true.
In fairness,
above their multiverse,
that is how it used to be for a while.
No, that wasn't even necessarily true. Just people got better at scaling and realized that argument was retarded.
Hang on. Odin's magic is above Fear Zeus, who's above Ascended Athena. Wait.
Yeah, but like I've said this before. Even if you argue that, they're still in a lower dimension.
Okay, so what Mingler's basically saying here is that even if you're arbitrarily stronger than a 4D individual, that doesn't necessarily make you strong like 5D, is what he's saying here. Because you could still be 4D and just be stronger than another 4D person.
You could transcend a multiverse and beat on another guy that transcended a multiverse that had 50 statements of transcending space and time, and you still wouldn't be 5D. Because you can't prove that character has gotten to 5D. You need to... The problem with transcending space and time as a statement is that you have to provide context for that elevating you to a higher dimension. Because if I just take that as its face value, then DMC is like 60.
I was actually going to say,
we already have some like problems with that.
I already have a statement confirming that Argosax transcends all living things, which means he has to transcend all 4-dimensional creatures, since demons are...
Not to mention the Qliphothoth created all life in like DMC. So, I mean, that would have included the means to create the beast to human and demonic power and like blood in general.
and the power to interact with all these different multiverses and completely transcend them. So, like, I mean, yeah, I can make 5D arguments for DMC2, but guess what? They wouldn't be correct. You know why? Because I had no proof of the characters actually ascending to a higher plane of existence.
I do!
And neither does God of War.
Where the fuck is her weapon at? I need to max it out real quickly.
You at least agree with Helios' light lighting up the entirety of the underworld that is confirmed to be infinite. I agree with both of those statements because they're stated. It's just like
I don't think anyone here has a problem. Well, I mean, it would give Kratos infinite. Well, it would give Kratos with the Hermes boots infinite speed, but like it would not scale the base Kratos because he does not scale to Hermes speed.
That was so weird for me. Like when I saw him fighting Hermes, because he fights a wounded Hermes, like there's 3 Hermes that you fight. There's like full speed Hermes that just kind of runs away from you the entire level, then gets hit with the boulder. Then you fight the wounded Hermes that gets hit with a boulder, and he's still so much faster than you, he's seen as a blur in gameplay. The only reason Kratos is able to hit him, besides the fact that he's wounded, is Kratos is using like an AoE attack. Well, yeah, there's that. Like, the gods are also possessed by fear, so they literally have a reason for plot-induced stupidity. But also, Kratos is using an AoE attack.
Well, so what I was going to say as well
is that, around in the general area.
The entire mission is proof that Kratos doesn't scale to Hermes' true speed, because Hermes literally runs away from you casually the entire time. If you argue they're at the same speed, the gods are saying to be 4D. Dude, the gods can be 4D. No one cares if the gods are 4D. Like, no one's arguing against, or at least, I don't think anyone here is arguing against 4D God of War. 4D God of War is fine.
That doesn't really matter. Like, again, I've seen the statements for space and time means nothing to the gods. It's like, yeah, that's just 4D. Like, sorry, like, if we took that statement, the problem is that if you accept that logic to be 5D, it wouldn't stop at 5D. It would extend to, like, Outerversal. Because, like, why would you assume it's only 5? Why would you only assume it's 5D? If you assumed it means, like, transcend all
okay, so Corey is somewhat inconsistent with his statements, but I would say he's more consistent with his world building. Personally, I would not use Corey Balrog if for scaling reasons. I think using the trees, the Yggdrasil tree, and him as supporting evidence is fine, but I would never use him as a crutch.
I love that you call him Corey Barlog, and his name, if you actually if you switch the R and the L, actually spell Balrog. That's really funny.
Wait, what if Kyle's the one who's creating God of War all this time?
Wait, and the reason why he disagrees with this is because he has a self-loathing complex.
Of course.
So he's just like constant, like he has one personality that's actively creating it, and the other person that's trying to stop it. I can now confront him with the truth.
What is this M. Night Shyamalan bullshit?
Oh wait, I have like
2 minutes.
8 minutes before I gotta go to work.
9 minutes.
I gotta get a one.
Okay, so like, all right, that's fine. I'll be here. Corey Balrog's statements are very iffy because, like, I've talked to the God of War guys on Excalibur server. Some of them are on my server still, and some of them aren't. And they all take Corey Balrog at face value. But even when we were talking about their statements, Jeb, you were there, so you can agree or disagree with me. They didn't know properly what the statements were saying. Because, like, when I was talking to them, they're like, the tree has infinite timelines, but Corey Balrog's statement doesn't say that. What Corey Balrog says is the well has infinite timelines, not the tree itself. The tree has one timeline with 9 different realms. You could argue the tree's above the well, which is fine, but the well's the one with the infinite timelines, not the tree itself. Then Athena ascended to an even higher plane of existence, and she's been shown to be intangible to anything prior to Kratos' achievement, activating hope. Again, but that would be, activating hope. If you want to argue hope activated Kratos is 5D, I'm a little okay with that, but my problem was when I was talking to the God of War guys is, like, that doesn't scale the base Kratos. Like, activated power of hope Kratos is a different story than base Kratos. And even then, that's a little iffy, because I'd argue that God of War 3 activated hope Kratos is stronger than, like, God of War 1 activated hope Kratos, but, like, then you got, like, people like Mangler here who disagree with that sentiment. Oh, shit, he bailed on me. Motherfucker! I understand where you guys are coming from. As for Athena being 5D, again, like, can I get the scan where Kratos is going to kill, like, the Athena Well, no, it doesn't, because God of War 4 Kratos doesn't have Hope activated at all times. We see that when Hope is activated, it has a visual effect. I was talking to you guys about that. That's Wank an outlier? Well, no, that would just be a different form. Or at least in my personal opinion, that'd be a different form. I would not. I don't think that scales to. Wait, what am I looking for here specifically? Well, yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like full power of Hope Kratos being 5D, fine. Let's say that's valid. Okay, let's say that's valid. That's fine. It does not scale to his base form in 4 because he doesn't have Hope anymore. Or he doesn't have it activated. That was my problem when you guys were trying to passively give him like the power of Hope as an upgrade. It's like, well, that's not what happened though. He has to directly activate it even to get there. I need to buy her EX real quickly. I don't like that I have to do this, but like she's supposed to be super good for this mission. Your boy here needs them 25,000 fucking gems. I need her demon rod. There's a joke here somewhere, I'm sure of it. Personally, I mean, I don't mind saying that the tree's like, well, I've heard the reasons for why a tree's 5D. I understand the reasons against it. I don't think it's the worst argument to make, not by a long shot, but I can understand where people are hesitant with it to begin with for sure. Because, like, you can be above 4D things or be stronger than a 4D person and not be 5D. Shit, how am I gonna fucking do this? Due to Kratos saying Baldur is more powerful than the opponent from his past life, saying Odin's magic is more powerful. Well, no, but that doesn't have to make it 5D, though. That can just be a higher variation of 4D. Like, so that's the problem here. Because, like, okay, by this logic, then Urizen should be 5D. No, he doesn't have to be above Hope Kratos. Hope Kratos is like an entirely different power to itself. Like again, you'd have to prove that. How do I say this? It's like the problem here is that Hope Kratos. If you're arguing now, this is assuming the concepts themselves are actually 5D because the concepts could be 4D. They don't have to be 5D. Any of the experience would include Fear of Zeus. I don't think so. Hang on. Is my audio messing up a little bit? It might be that like. Oh, it's using a different mic. Hang on a minute. That ain't right. Oh, yeah. Hang on. Can I switch over real quickly? Sorry. Let's go here. Okay.
Are you streaming?
Oh. Hello, Cyber. I'm just playing Small Problem, yeah. Talking about 5D God of War inches. Who was above Ascended Athena? Oh, go ahead, Cyber.
5D God of War? Pain is all I want to say. I'm going to mute.
Okay, so if we're talking that, like, is there a statement confirming that Fear Zeus is above Athena? Like, Ascended Athena? Is that, like, ever stated? Because if you want to argue Ascended Athena's 5D because the gods are 4D in nature, that's a little more that's a little more feasible for me. But it's like I've never heard statements saying that Fear of Zeus is above like Ascended Athena or anything like that. No, there's not. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Like I would need a statement there. Hang on. Not directly, but there's multiple. Okay, hang on. Multiple implications. Hey, okay, so I was told that Kratos was going to kill Athena in her ascended form. By any chance, do you guys know anything about that or no? Because I was told that by the God of War guys. Does that happen in the game, or is that like a threat he does to her that she actually takes seriously? I haven't decided if I want to go through God of War fucking 3's like story for like scaling and shit. Jumping in God of War? Pff, you're asking a bit too much there, my friend. I'm sorry. Jumping? Whew. Get a load of this guy. Okay, so we already have her. Okay, perfect. So we already have her fucking. We already have her 10 CP. Excellent. Let's get some Let's get some stones in here real quickly. Yeah, at the end of the game.
Cyber bailed on me. For shame! Don't doubt it, Lol, can happen. Dude, jumping in the God of War game? Whew. Fuck, dude, this guy's shooting for the fucking big stuff right now. Damn, he's shooting for the fucking stars. A jump button in God of War? Oh, bitch, you saw that video I made for you. Oh, you saw... So I was actually not... So I was pooling, right? Like, I did like 3 pulls, and I'm like, let's get the LD. I just need the LD. And on pool number fucking 5, it's just like, here's the burst. And I'm like, fuck! Now I have to get the LD. I don't want another Sephiroth case. I have his burst. I don't have his LD. He's worthless to me. He's useless.
Did you just say Sephiroth is useless?
I did not get his full kit in this mobile game, so he would be useless to me. Welcome
You're dead outside of this stream, Zip.
That's fine. At least my Sephiroth won't be useless. You got... Athena can still die to the flames of Olympus. It's directly stated that the powers inside Pandora's box is way above that. Whoa! Hang on a minute. That's never stated. And to be fair, nothing can touch the flames of Olympus. It will destroy everything, technically. Like Zeus would have been killed by fucking touching the flames of Olympus. I'm not wrong on that. Like, Hephaestus even says, like, you know, don't fall for it, bro. Don't fall for it. Everything gets burned by the blade, by the flames of Olympus. Okay, there's a scam for it? Alright. Also, wait. Well, Cecil likes you apparently more than me, despite all the times I used him. Ungrateful skank. I actually... Well, you know, he's like, dude, my boy Cloud treated you badly, but I'll treat you good, buddy. I'll treat you good. I already used him. So, dude, Abyss, I won this month so hard. I got Theodore. I got fucking everything.
Not to derail your stream, but do you buy Pluto being an actual thing in DMC lore now?
So, my problem with it specifically is a little up in the air. Like, I can understand where you guys are coming from, but it's also like, I'm pretty sure the panels in the manga are meant to be referencing Sparta.
I would agree if it were not for the alternative translation that Paradox found.
Oh, is there another translation that changes things a little bit?
I'm pretty sure it's included in our blog when we go over, like, the Universal Feats and Higher. I'll link you to it for later.
So I'll take a look at that again. I don't recall there being a separate translation there. A fucking course. Dude, I'm gonna build up Cecil's wife just so I can have a family team, just because I already have the kid and the son. Who the fuck am I going for again? Right, I'm going for Penelo, I think her name is. Hang on a minute. No, not... Dude, Cecil and his family just love me. What can I say? They're like, bro, welcome to the family. Okay, so let's grab 2 actually, because if we already have 1, there's a good chance we already have it built up to a degree. Theodore's actually pretty good. I'll say that right now. Theodore, pretty solid across the board. I was a little surprised how good he actually was. He does some good damage. Yeah, I was right. Okay, yeah. So we already have 1, so we just had to get 2. Yeah, no, but Jeff, if you got a statement saying Athena can die to the flames of Olympus, that's pretty good. That'd be pretty good. Yeah, that'd be a little better. Cause I feel like Athena being 5th dimensional is a little harder to argue against, because she directly says I transcend into a higher plane of existence. So if you argue the gods are 4D and based, and I get that's really hard to argue against her being 5D.
I mean, you could just argue a higher plane of existence doesn't necessarily mean a higher spatial dimension. It could just be a higher plane of reality of the same dimension. I'm serious.
No, I understand that, but it's just like Mangler left and Cyber just picks up the torch like nothing ever happened. Like, that doesn't mean 5D. This is why I like having people in the streams, because like they have different opinions. Well, I mean, like, so he's not wrong, but it's like that's where dimensional tiering gets really complicated, because like again, like a layman would look at that and be like, that's 5D, but then you have like the actual dimensional like tier debaters like fucking bursting through walls like, that's not necessarily 5D. Well, so hang on. Cyber, do you scale God of War at all or no?
To a degree, but I'm saying that Athena's stuff never struck me completely as being objectively 5D because there's nothing inherently proving she's talking about like being on a higher spatial plane. Like Kratos can still interact with her with the blade. Like it's implied she literally gets like scared shitless that he was gonna stab her with the blade of Olympus at the end, and then he stabs himself, right? So like unless you want to argue that the blade of Olympus has always had 5D attack potency, which would possibly upscale Kratos, since like I mean he does get cut by it, but like he survived a wound from it while having like little to no power of the power of hope left after he like purges it from his body. It just really does not like if you do that, then that upscales everyone, right? But then it creates contradictions with like the like how we got them to like universal or higher in the first place, which was like scaling off the primordials and like Morpheus's universal like merge feat and other stuff that existed. Like I mean 5D would be I guess consistent with like the higher end interpretation of Yggdrasil, but I mean that also opens up a can of worms if Kratos even scales to the full thing.
I've been talking to God of War people, so everything you just said specifically, they're like, there's no contradictions. They're all 5D.
I mean, you can argue that Yggdrasil doesn't have necessarily any contradictions, and I'd be okay with that. I'm just saying I don't inherently buy Athena being a higher dimensional being off of a quote that doesn't inherently automatically mean higher spatial dimension. If she literally said, "I now reside in a higher dimension," right,
Yeah.
or something like that, that'd be harder to argue against.
Isn't that what she says? Or what
No, she said she's a higher plane, or does she even say dimension? I don't recall that at all. I talked to the guy named Kratos about the whole Athena thing a while back, and the screenshots I was shown don't show anything regarding dimension.
Okay, hang on, man. Is dimension? Oh, okay. Dimension's not mentioned, and that's a little up in the air. She doesn't say dimension. Shit. Okay. So Jeff did provide a scan confirming that Hope is stronger than the Flames of Olympus. All right, that's fine. Well, that's fair because so shit. Okay, so hang on. What about the concepts there? Is there any statement confirming the concepts of like Fear of Zeus and shit are 5D? Because like if they're not, you can still argue the power of Hope's just a higher form of 4D, or just like stronger in the 4D.
Well, what do you mean by 5D? They're not stated to be higher dimensional. If you could find a way to upscale them to Yggdrasil, I guess that could work if you buy Yggdrasil being a fifth dimensional construct.
Afedi, are you in my? Are you? Yeah, I'll say Afedi. Like Jeff brought the scan. Jeff stepped up and was like, "Here you go, fellas." Nice work.
I mean, you could also just argue my argument regarding transcending space and time, and I think Mangler agrees to a degree that, like,
oh, I'm sure he agrees completely.
I know that, like, just inherently transcending space and time due to how, like, we see 4D doesn't inherently mean 5D, and the context for that would be, like, one way you can view the fourth dimension is that how, like, they used to see it in modern day science, which is the fourth dimension would be the third spatial dimension plus one single temporal dimension. But then the problem becomes that's not a fourth spatial dimension. That's three spatial and one temporal. That's not like like a dimension above. VSB treats it a bit weird. I think they still use the model of three spatial plus one temporal, considering the whole 4D hacks for DMC and how it affects like space and time. I'm pretty sure that's how they still treat fourth dimensional. But like if you want to interpret spatial spatial tier like spatial dimensions with dimensional tiering, you could just argue you'd have to prove it's a spatial one in the first place. So in this context, transcending space and time would only be 4D because you're only transcending three spatial dimensions.
Wait, hang on a minute. So what's the consistent view of it? Because if that's correct,
I think the consistent view on it is on VSB concurrently is the former, that it's 4D is treated as three spatial and one temporal.
So if you transcend space and time, you're basically just still 4D then, if that's how everyone takes it?
Well, I'm not sure they even they have like specific rules now when it comes to statements regarding space and like transcending space and time. It doesn't automatically mean a higher dimensional tier now. You have to prove that beyond being stated to transcend space and time, you have to prove it physically. Let's say a character states that, right? Let's say they state 4 different times they transcend space and time, but then they're shown to still like be stuck within linear time. They're still bound by 3D space or whatever, and then like they could in that case, it becomes difficult to prove that that they're 4D. Like DMC is not given 4D hacks for transcending space and time. It's given 4D hacks because of the demon world affecting like a universal space time, like completely warping it.
Yeah, and there'd be like 2 different space times there, but that's not what we're debating right now, or not discussing. Okay, so very briefly, the Flames of Olympus do protect Pandora's box. Like, oh hello, Manly Man. They're specifically meant to protect Pandora's box and the power within it. That's what the Flames of Olympus do in the story. So according to Zev, Corey also says she ascended to a higher realm, and realm consistently means dimensions in God of War, and I guess he said it in 2 different interviews.
I would need to see those because again, that doesn't inherit like it's a good example. So the heavens in Zelda are like they're still within the same I think there might be one thing I can think of, an old thing I would have to double check for it being transcendent of the realms, but like in Zelda, like the heavens are supposed to be like the highest plane of existence. It's above all the possible timelines that exist, but it's not dimensionally transcendent, at least not consistently. So like you can have a higher realm and still in the same spatial dimension. I don't know why people think that like you can't have higher realms in the same spatial dimension. Yeah, just prove that the realm is dimensionally transcendent, and there you go.
So
I think people just have way too. No offense to anyone or to use him, but I just think that people's like standards when it comes to giving out higher dimensional tiers to characters is way too thin. It's thinner than wet paper sometimes.
I will acknowledge that my dimensional knowledge beyond 4th dimension is a little weak, so I'll definitely
No, I'm not insulting that. I'm just saying that people give out characters 4D, 5D, or infinite or immeasurable without
put the interviews
checking.
on Discord, or put the interviews on Discord so other people can look at it as well. So that way, if people are in the stream or here, they can look at it directly.
Let's see.
Do you think the Dark World in Ancient K is an extra dimension? Oh, I hope not. Well, actually, it would be because the Sunray 10 has a separate reality too. Shit.
Zim, would you like an example of what I'm referring to?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Do you know the term extra dimensional?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think that inherently means?
Well, then you would have like higher dimensionality beyond like, well, actually,
Bingo, there we go. There's the problem. So, extra dimension in like sci-fi or even in fiction doesn't always inherently mean like higher dimensional. Extra dimensional can also in context just be like outside of the dimension. So like or outside of the universe. That doesn't inherently mean you're above it. You can be outside of a dimension and there'd be like a parallel dimension. Like some models for like cosmologies have like this undefined space between dimensions. It could be something akin to that. Like I would like just because something is called extra dimensional, I would double check that they're actually referring to it being a higher spatial dimension that's like transcendent of the lower ones.
I see. Okay, so that's why you wouldn't give like something like God of War because it hasn't like demonstrated yet that it's actually 5th dimensional.
I think Yggdrasil is literally the only thing you can argue that's actually legitimately in that category, and even then, it's a bit difficult to say because Yggdrasil is just this infinite size structure, right? Like it's truly infinite. To argue otherwise is to go against not only authorial intent but narrative intent. There's really nothing so far to demonstrate that it's finite per se, right?
I told you it only has one timeline.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it only has one timeline.
I mean, it having one timeline wouldn't disprove that it's infinite size.
With 9 only.
If you argue it has a singular timeline, you can maybe use that against it being 5D or whatever. But like, it having a singular timeline would not disprove it being infinite in size. At the very minimum, you want to go with the lowest of low balls for Yggdrasil. It's like a high 3A structure.
Okay, so hang on, man. So here's the video in question for, I guess, the interviews where he says higher dimensional power. Wait. Well, Kratos unlock. Wait. If this theory is about Kratos unlocking Athena's higher dimensional form, then wouldn't that just be an argument against fucking 5D Kratos since he hasn't unlocked her 5-dimensional power yet? I understand that's not what you're trying to say with this, David. Like that's a little weird because like if people can acknowledge that like he's not at her level, wouldn't that be an argument against him being 5D since she would be at bare minimum? Should be 5D in best case scenario? Hang on.
I think I hope, like, with these talks, like, if I give you, like, my perspective on, like, what my standards, I guess, I hope you can see why I'm always hesitant to put DMC above 2C.
No, I get it. Like, I understand. Zim asking what happened to the Sisters of Fate. We talked about the Sisters of Fate when I was there for 5 hours. I don't think I told you this, Cyber, but I was there for 5 hours in a God of War discussion about God of War power scaling for like I think 5 or 6 hours. It was it like my entire Sunday was gone that day. I was not expecting to lose my Sunday that day.
Oh, wow.
But I did. Fuck me. I mean, I did learn some interesting stuff, but like, so basically what ended up happening is even the God of War immeasurable speed feat is questionable because apparently the Valkyries use the dimension portals to summon shit, so you can argue that's how they travel between the realms.
I'm not sure you would use that argument. Instead, you could just use an argument in gameplay that can open portals.
Wait.
And like they can travel through that. You can maybe just argue that
Wait.
their range is that good.
In the boss fight to move around and shit?
Yes, some of the Valkyries do open portals.
You guys lost your immeasurable speed. I'm sorry.
At least one of them does, if I recall. It may have been the Queen, but at least one of them does.
So what happened is when I looked up the Valkyries during the discussion, I found out the Valkyries use the Bifrost to a masterful degree. That's how they summon their weapons and shit. So if they can use the Bifrost, and the Bifrost is the way you travel between the realms, then why would you assume it's immeasurable speed if they could just use the Bifrost to travel between realms?
I mean, aren't we even assuming it's immeasurable in the first place? Is the argument that the realms are separate timelines and that they're traveling through timelines via speed?
I believe so.
Because we know there's like a distance, it's like defined
Also,
distance
I believe
between
the
them.
distance between them is stated to be higher than like space and time. I think the light of Alfheim stated to be transcend all things or something. I don't know, something like that.
Okay, I guess you can maybe try and use that if you take those literally, but like the problem is like it's weird because correct me if I'm wrong, if Kratos tries to go in that space, he dies, right? I think VSB tries to argue or tried to argue at one point is like the tree having existence erasure.
No, okay, so when Kratos travels between the realms, more specifically, he travels through the void. You need the travel room to use the Bifrost to travel realms. Yeah, they wouldn't need the Bifrost though, or they wouldn't need the travel room because they can just use the Bifrost naturally. Without the gem, he dies. Yeah, so they can use the gem's energy and the gem's power better than Kratos. That's stated that they're masterful in their use, whereas Kratos is like a fucking jobber.
You know, this is why I prefer DMC scaling to a degree because it's much simpler. At least for me, it is.
It's like
the only stick we usually have is on speed, but AP is pretty simple.
Just accept it.
Never! I will never accept immeasurable for DMC. At least not as consistent.
At one point, Kratos uses the Yggdrasil to travel. Well, no, so Kratos can travel, I believe, on the outskirts of it, and that's like where like he goes into the void situation, if I'm mistaken. Freya directly says you need the travel room. Okay, so okay, never mind. So I guess Freya's like, nah, you need a travel room. Okay, if you need a travel room, then then Kratos wouldn't scale the Valkyries' travel distance because they also use the same thing to travel. Hang on. Oh, let's take a look at this. Let's see how it looks. Beautiful, beautiful damage numbers. Also go over immeasurable. Another time, perhaps. Another place.
Measurable what? DMC or God of War?
Well, okay, if he's asking for measurable God of War, they don't use the Bifrost? No. No, when we were discussing it that day, we found out they actually use the Bifrost to summon their weapons and shit. You have to prove they don't use the Bifrost to travel between realms.
I don't care about the Bifrost. All I care about is that in gameplay they can use portals. And their moveset in gameplay should be usable lore-wise. Like, God of War is very good with that. At least 4 is very good with the intertwining the usage of gameplay moves with what the characters can do lore-wise. So, if they are using portals in combat, I think it, at the very minimum, a debate is open for discussion whether or not they're actually traveling across the realms with speed. You would not be able to prove any longer objectively, unless there's a direct statement that they're like flying with no portals.
Well, so I asked them specifically on that day, like, try and ask Corey Balrog about that, because if they use the Bifrost, the thing that Kratos uses to move between the realms, you now have to prove they're doing it via physical speed and not just using the Bifrost.
My acceptance of Corey's word on sites has weakened a little bit after you guys showed me the whole like him contradicting himself horribly on the size of the Yggdrasil, where he's saying that God of War 4 takes place on Earth, like a planetoid, which is contradicts
You're
literally
welcome.
everything. And contradicts stuff he said before, and it contradicts like the game, and it contradicts the novel.
Well, I guess this would help explain the original alternate ending for God of War 1, where, like, we find out World War 2 still happens and shit. So I guess that would explain how that.
But wasn't that statement very recent, like a year or two at most?
No. The planet thing was like 5 days ago.
5 days ago.
Actually,
like
the planet thing was actually like 4 years ago.
No, what was it? No. So there was the interview in question, but then there was also a new one where he reaffirmed it in like a tweet or a DM message, right? Jeb, was a DM message?
Yeah, and yeah, I'm very hesitant to use his word nowadays. Anyway, I must be dipping for lunch. We'll see you guys later.
Alright, I'll be here for like another hour or two, so if you want to come on by, we'll also be here. Corey is probably like those power skills, nothing better to do than talking about feats. He tried explaining he didn't do very well. Well, so I don't mind using Corey's statements too much as long as there's like visuals to support it to an extent. That's why I'm asking, like, what's the intent behind the Valkyries? Do they use speed to travel, or do they use the Bifrost? Because as soon as I saw their mastery of the Bifrost is way higher than Kratos, the immeasurable speed argument kind of like disappeared for me. Because like at that point, it's like, well, I could just argue they use the Bifrost to do it instead of speed itself. That was such a massive that's such a massive problem that you guys have to rectify there. Regarding so you have to understand, Manly Man, the Sonrei Tenha doesn't just neg death and life. It negs all creation. When you're in the Sonrei Tenha, nothing else exists but you and your opponent. So like straight up, the god of the North Star universe, or at least one of them, we'll call it, because I think the Judeo-Christian god does exist in the Fist of North Star universe, because that's the god they're referencing in the main series, consistently speaking.
You say that the Judeo god may exist. May I point to you the martial arts Jesus, who died for our sins?
Twice if we count North Star. Dude, I was waiting low-key for Jesus to be one of Toki's reincarnations. I was waiting for them to say that in Fist of North Star, but he never did, in Blue Sky, but he never says it. If he said that in a statement, I wouldn't bat an eye. Not even surprised.
See if Bronson has a Twitter and ask him.
So how high would the goddess be? She would be above all mortal concepts in general. So, like, I would say for sure... Because the goddess is above... At least the goddess should be above all of the North Star users until Kaio steps in and just beats her ass like a drum. But, oh, fuck. That's a real big problem there, actually. Like, as soon as I saw Kaio there beat the Spirit of the North Star, it didn't click in my head at the time. But when I was thinking about it for the top 10 video I'm still working on, I was like, hang on a minute. Kaio just beat the god of the North Star in a fight really easily. The same god that Kasumi Kenshiro couldn't even fuck with. Where the fuck does Kaio scale to? How powerful is this demon? And then my boy Kenshiro just steps up like, hi, I'm here to beat your ass like a drum. Kaio, it's time for your fucking ass whooping.
What, after the 3 times he got his ass whooped the first times?
Hey, he still beat it. Well, Sachi wasn't.
Let's put it this way. That rivalry is literally the definition of try again.
OMG, Trunks, the troll downplays Dante. Is Kyle confirmed? Impossible. Jeff, yeah, we were referring. I was referring to the tweet you showed me during our discussion that day. With the tweet about like them being all the same planet. Kyle's referring to an interview that Corey Balrog said where you can just walk down far enough and you will end up in like Egypt and the Egyptian pantheon. Kyle, how you guys lost to Emus?
You know you're not pronouncing that right.
So how's it actually pronounced then?
Emu.
like it. So Kyle did. Fuck, because Kyle's right here, so I say Kyle and it says Kyle. Kyle, can you at Jev or where do we have the interview for Corey Balrog?
That
That's
would
his
be.
we have it somewhere, right?
Hang on, I'll find the channel. I've pinned it.
Yeah, I'll say you put it on the channel. If you could add Jev there, that'd be appreciated. We'll get that to you, Jev. Don't you worry about that. Because I know it's in one of these channels, and I know Kyle pinned it because like we were all talking about it one day. What was I gonna say? So Kaio, not Kyle, literally beat Sachi, who's enhanced by the spirit of the North Star. So Kaio looks the god of the North Star.
Jev,
What?
just go to the God of War discussion, and then just go to pinned.
Jev, did you hear Kyle? You gotta go to the God of War discussion channel on my server, and then go to pinned, and it'll be like there.
I've got the full video, and I've got the hypercut.
Wait, why do we have God of War and then God of War discussion?
I'm just on like the regular God of War one. I assumed that was.
Oh yeah, it's God of War discussion. Okay,
It's under video game scaling. It's the God of War and video game scaling.
Yeah. Okay, I was gonna say. Yeah, so you just go to pin there, and there it is. Corey, writer, director explains ending, and Kyle timestamps everything that Balrog is. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, right there. Balrog's saying that they're all different cultures and shit. Dante makes Valkyrie's cry. It's not even fair.
Like, Loki, you're pronouncing his last name wrong.
Valkyrie? Or Balrog?
No, it's Barlog.
Right. Mangler was telling me about that earlier. He's like, if you swap the R, like put an L before the R, you'd be right or whatever. Yeah, oh, so that's the fuck he was talking about. Barlog?
Yes.
Feels gross. Gross. It's like, I know proper pronunciation hurts you, Zim, but like, you're gonna have to attempt it. Samaj, or Rosarion. Rosanna. What the fuck? Why did I haven't that song in forever? Hang on. Do you think Yujiro Hanma will fare well versus JoJo verse characters?
Fuck no! Oh my god, no! Okay, well, let me put it to you this way. The only ones that he might be able to fuck with are like part 1 excluding Dio, and like most of part 2 excluding like the Pillaman.
Well, that depends. Do you scale Jonathan and Jotaro or Jonathan and Joseph to FTL? Or like Lightspeed?
Joseph, yes. Jonathan, no.
What? He's stronger than Joseph! My boy's being disrespected right now. Ain't Jonathan the strongest? Jonathan's the strongest hormone user, technically.
Yes, he's physically the strongest.
Oh my god. He scales to Dio!
He scales to a part 1 Dio, yes. Well, and some not fully.
Well, so here's the problem with the Fist of North Star mythology is that there's a lot of there's a lot of like I'll say Catholic or Judeo-Christian like values and sentiments set up. Yosaki believes that his god wants revenge, and it's implied that Yosaki's god is the like Judeo-Christian god, and then Kasumi's like, hey, my god and your god are the same, so like we have the same god, and I'm like, does that include the spirit of the North Star? Does that include the girl god as well, or what are we talking here? Like, is there like 2 gods, 3 gods? Are we talking 2 or 1 god? I don't understand, Kasumi. You're gonna have to explain a little bit here.
Are you gonna try and argue for a universal Kaio?
Oh no! Universal cast. Well, so apparently, according to Fist of the North Star Part 3, Kenshiro says that Rao couldn't defeat God because of Rao's beliefs. It has nothing to do with Rao's strength. Rao is uni, Kyle. I mean, I don't know if I said Kyle or Kyle there. Bro, give me the uni Fisto North Star now. I've already got the arguments. Let's go. Beautiful. To be fair, Kasumi stated to be the Lord of the Heavens, and he would scale below, the North Star cast. So I guess the North Star cast are just literal gods. But regarding Yujiro is strong to an extent, but his feats are not where they need to be. The best feat I've seen so far is basically Olivia moving the planet with one hit. But if you want to argue that scales, it would be inconsistent with all the other feats demonstrated.
Even if you did that, here's the biggest problem: is I'm just running through the gauntlet, and I can't think of a single stand user, like a single good stand user, that would basically lose.
Well, especially if you argue for them being Lightspeed or FTL, they would speed blitz Yujiro hard.
Well, not just that, even going through some of the one-off characters from Part 3, some of their stands would fucking destroy Yujiro. Like the Tower, the Lovers, especially the Lovers, Yellow Temperance, Alessi Seth. It's also funny as well because Darby Younger's Atum was actually capable of casually catching Star Platinum's full speed punch.
To be fair, Darby Younger would win just by virtue of being able to precog all of Yujiro's abilities. I mean, granted, he doesn't ask a yes or no question, but Yujiro's fighting style is basic as shit.
Well, also for the fact that Yujiro wouldn't see a reason to lie because he thinks he's the strongest person around.
He thinks he's all that in a bag of chips.
It's not going to be a fun fight for him. The biggest problem when going up against the JoJo verse is that you have to be prepared for all the hacks that it has. Because the JoJo verse, if you look at its attack potency, is not that powerful, but it makes up for it with all of its hacks.
Bro, DBZ fans always bring the fact that Rao was almost killed with a big spear against Fudo. That would have been him not being prepared for it. By that logic, Goku gets killed by a rock and a fucking laser beam.
And a bullet.
Oh, and literally, no, Dragon Ball fans are the last group of people who should be bringing up shit like that. Especially when the manga and the show goes out of its way to show that the key shield is literally something that has to be physically put up and concentrated on. Bro, straight up.
Otherwise he'll die to a normal wound.
No, that's some bullshit. They are the last group of people who should be throwing stones like that. Fuck, that is funny. Do you guys consider Pennywise a true form universal? I had to debate with the guy on Dante's Pennywise, and I posted and he tried saying Pennywise is not a universal entity. True form Pennywise is really debatable. I told them Super Saiyan Gohan was almost killed with lava against Broly and then went apeshit. That's hang on, what about the time you guys literally have the exact same problem? Nah, Dragon Ball should not be trying to bring that shit up. Holy shit. In Dragon Ball GT, Super Saiyan 4 Goku got cut by a piece of glass? Yo, is that legit? Yo, dude, wait, I remember that a little bit. Bro, dude, I'm just saying that, they should be the last people talking about shit like that. That's all I'm gonna say. They should not be throwing them stones. Holy shit. There is no self-awareness among that group of power skillers. Good God. No, fuck. Oh my goodness. That would be the stupidest fucking argument. Dude. Oh no. No. Don't do that to yourselves, please. Don't hurt yourselves like that. Good God. Someone actually debated for that shit. Someone actually said that shit was valid or something. Get the fuck out. Oh my goodness.
The imposter is back.
Oh, hey, Cyber, welcome back. No, dude, if Goku can be cut by glass in GT and again, last group of people who should be arguing for that shit. Sorry, we're currently discussing Dragon Ball people throwing stones from their glass house right now, apparently.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, so like they bring up like that in Fist of the North Star, Ra would have been killed by being caught off guard by a spear, but like Goku gets killed all the time of being caught off guard and shit. So it's like, you really gonna bring up the argument here? Because by that logic, a rock hurts Goku.
And a bullet and a piece of glass.
And literally anything on the planet. Like I could beat up Goku if that's your argument, fellas. Would I
Wasn't
win?
there an actual?
Probably not.
Wasn't there an actual scene?
I mean, you
where-
could. Okay, here's a really wonky argument, but it's going to be
wasn't
funny at the
there
end
a
again.
scene-
Hang on, wait for Kyle
Oh, go ahead.
fights hard.
Hang on, wasn't there a scene where Goku was sleeping and Krillin threw a fucking rock at him?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that part is filler if I'm not mistaken, but that doesn't matter for my point. My argument was going to be, you could argue that consistently in Dragon Ball, due to how ki amplification works on the body, you could argue that being caught off guard would inherently mean that there's no focus of ki, so their durability would be exponentially weaker. The problem is just the amount of like headcanon you have to pull for this. Like, okay, envision it like this, right? Let's say Goku got cut by glass in Super Saiyan 4 and GT, right? How absurd that is. Let's say he was off guard, right? That insinuates that Goku's durability in Super Saiyan 4, when not having any level of ki amplification, would be about that of a normal human, or, well, maybe a bit higher, but still, it's ridiculous. Or you could argue that Dragon Ball, at least that scene of GT, Dragon Ball has this wonky thing that some other fictional verses do have, or like to insinuate they have, is that like they treat piercing durability or cutting durability as different from like durability from like blunt force attacks, which frankly I hate that, because it like even IRL it doesn't make that much sense. Like if you survive, if your body has enough density and like more importantly durability to survive, let's say a 300 gigaton explosion, like point blank, to the point where surface area isn't cucking that explosion, you expect me to believe that a bullet from a standardized, let's say a gun given out to an officer in Detroit or whatever, and they shoot, or you expect me to believe that that bullet is going to pierce their body?
According to Dragon Ball, it would. So, all I'm hearing is that Nanto Seiken shits all over Dragon Ball? Is that what I'm hearing? Nanto Seiken shits
No, this is a wonky attempt at using Dragon Ball's own system to try and justify the glass scene, even though it's so stupid.
Well, so the problem, like, I don't mind saying that, like, Goku when fighting doesn't have that weakness or anything. I'm just saying that, like, if Dragon Ball fans are really going to bring up shit like that, they're not the ones who should ever bring that up, because their verse has this problem everywhere. Actually, so Cyber, I'm not sure, have you ever scaled Pennywise or no?
Pennywise, no, I have not. I've heard things of his scaling literally all over the place when it comes to his true form in comparison to what he uses in, well, when it's not the true form. But yeah, I don't dabble too much with Stephen King.
That's fair. I was going to ask you if you had an opinion for the true form. Okay, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Okay, I'm still alive. Alright, we're still in it. We're still in it, fellas. We're still in it. Holy shit, we survived the first attack.
Zim is begging the Dragon Ball fans not to kill him in his sleep.
Oh no, I'm fighting like a dark...
I know.
It's like, I assure you, I don't give a fuck about the Dragon Ball fans.
Oh my.
It's alright, just pull up a hack shield, they'll never get through it.
Hang on. Are you fighting a Dragon Ball person? Do you have any form of hacks? Then you win. Congratulations.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, heroes is a thing, to a degree.
It's not canon.
Ironically.
I know, that's why
Your wink here, Cyber.
Have you heard of the 7D Dragon Ball arguments going on Amino?
That's a thing.
That's the thing. I can probably show it to you later. It's not. Just reading it is like my soul screams. Why is this a thing?
70 Dragon Ball? What the fuck is the argument for that? That doesn't make any sense to me.
It's really okay. Part of it is allowed because there's this scan from one of the Daizenshu's regarding, I think it was can't remember if it was the Kaioshin realm or it was one of the higher realms. And it mentions that it transcends dimensions, and it also calls it a higher dimension or an upper dimension. So people like to argue that means that part of Universe 7 is like either inherently 4D or 5D, depending on how you want to argue it. And then like anyone destroying the entire Universe 7 would scale to that, and then upscale with Zamasu, and like all the timelines that exist in Dragon Ball to somehow get 6 to 70, even though that's really nonsensical. The timelines in themselves being, I'm not sure why people would argue that the timelines scale above, like, let's say you took that scan literally of that section of Universe 7 being higher dimensional. Not sure why the timelines in general would be higher dimensional than that. That doesn't make much sense. The timelines would have the same dimensionality.
That's true. Personally, I think leaving Dragon Ball at the 4D range or 2C range is probably where it's best at. Same thing where Frieza's minion Laser Blitz Goku remembers him. No, yeah, like again, like Dragon Ball people have no room to fucking talk about fucking shit like that. They're the last people who should be fucking talking about dying due to like not paying attention. I'm not saying, Goku has a massive weakness. I'm just saying that, Goku has a massive weakness.
Well, to be fair about the laser, it was retconned in the anime to be his base state. If you don't believe me, go rewatch the scene. He was not in blue, and the blue was in the film. Literally, go rewatch the anime. Like the scene, he's in base. If I'm not mistaken, when it pierces through his heart or his chest.
Oh yeah. I think I remember seeing that he's in base, and it's like, yeah, they had to
Hey,
change.
that doesn't.
Fucking stupid.
You could also make this argument. You could say this is the same argument I argue with the arrow that pierced Yuha in Bleach. That laser has literally no AP feats, none. Right? We have nothing to say it's an. I don't know why people argue it's an anti-feat, because you could literally just argue that the laser has that level of AP. Especially with the anime, I think would be somewhat believable that Frieza had a weapon like a last resort that can pierce through Goku if he's in his base. You can maybe argue it's just nonsensical in the movie for him to have a weapon that's on par with his own Golden Frieza was necessary to fight Blue Goku, right? So you could argue it'd be nonsensical for him to have a laser weapon on that level, and I probably agree with that, but I don't think it's so nonsensical for his base state.
Well, the base thing again, like, so, like, if you like, it's fine if you want to just say that, like, okay, so when he's not paying attention, he can be like sneak attack. Like, there's nothing wrong with that inherently. If you want to say it's base state form that got hit and that's why it's different, that's fine as well. I'm just here.
No, but I'm saying that the laser just doesn't make any sense to call it an anti-feat, because the laser has no AP feats. Its only scaling is piercing Goku, so it scales to whatever level Goku was at that moment.
But isn't the laser like a standard Frieza Force item of some kind?
No, it was a ring that was given, I believe, to Sorbet as a last resort to use. There's literally nothing indicating that it's a regular laser they use.
Okay, so you're arguing then, like, because we have no knowledge of the laser itself, then you could argue like it just wouldn't be an anti-feat because like it could just.
It wouldn't be an anti-feat. It has literally no anti-feats to use. Its only scaling is to Goku, and that's it. It literally scales to Goku.
It's like, Zim, that's all it does. It just scales to Goku. The laser did more damage to Goku than Frieza ever did. Damn. I remember Seth joking that Sasuke could stab and kill Goku when he's off guard. Oh, like, I mean, like, that's probably a valid fucking, like, again, like, at least from what I know of Dragon Ball, it would not be a crazy assertion to make that, like, the character...
I mean, if we're arguing implicitly canon, there are scenes to support that, but you could say that The Rock is filler, right? And Goku being cut by glass is exclusively GT, or at least that scene. So you'd have to find other piercing or like off-guard.
It's not filler. That was just Krillin unlocking his new superpowers.
Zim, if you did that, I'd probably have to find a way to end your stream immediately.
Fucking Krillin out here just scaling the blue now, fellas. That's what happened, fellas. Who do you guys think would win between Omega Shenron and Brawly, Dragon Ball Super?
Oh, Broly.
The kind
Omega Shenron's weird because like VSB treats him as like I think 3A, and then like his final attack like doesn't necessarily have the AOE to cover the entirety of Universe 7, but it was still going to destroy it. It has like the AP of annihilating Universe 7. I guess the debate is whether or not like that would include its space time, or if it would include its just the universe component.
Why don't you argue just in... Hang on, what does this do? Wait, greater damage. What the fuck is greater damage? Oh, okay. Thank you. Sorry, I was looking at something. Let's go ahead and let's drop an array of hope. Why not? Oh, right! This chick has the mastered ability mechanic. Sorry, continue.
But yeah, I've been perplexed for years as to why people argue the laser is just an anti-feat. Like, I get it for the movie, but the anime, it literally has zero scaling. Its only scaling is to Goku.
I think people have my mentality in the situation where it's like they think it's like sort of like a normal laser he just uses out of nowhere, like the one that can.
I mean, if it was a normal laser, why didn't he just use it from the beginning? It was literally just a last resort cop-out that Frieza had in case things didn't go his way.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Like with that context in mind, a little bit, it's a little more fair to argue for that. Omega Shenron should be universal though, considering it took a universal spirit bomb to destroy him. Plus, just by him existing, he was covering the universe in negativity. Well, I do the same thing, but you don't call me universal.
I mean, I totally buy him being universal.
Plus, Omega has a healing factor better than Majin Buu's. Is that correct or no?
I'm not sure I would say he has that level of regen.
I mean, like, I'm actually not too familiar with Shenron scaling in general, actually.
Unless it's from absorbing one of the other dragons that might give him. I don't recall.
Because I was gonna say, because like I don't recall him having like a good healing factor at all. He could. Like I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm just saying like I don't remember a single time where he did. Now let's go ahead and go back to the Spark Strike. Okay, so unfortunately this... Oh my goodness. I don't think we're doing too hot right now. Fuck. Damn it. I really hope I don't have to fuck... I really hope I'm not going to be here for like 2 hours trying to beat this mission. I probably will be, but I just hope not. Bro, Goku would really benefit from Hokuto Shinken. Fast healing factor. He could Zenkai all day long. Goku would benefit from an actual fighting style.
Wait, are we arguing equal stats here?
Oh no, if we did, Goku would get fucking destroyed.
I mean,
Say it.
okay, where do you have, let's say Kenshiro at his peak in speed. What's the number of MFTL again that you argue for him?
Oh. That's funny that you're saying MFTL. We're long past MFTL, Cypher. We're in infinite speed territory now. No, all joking aside. Okay, so technically the best case scenario is he would be like, I think like fucking 5 quintillion times the speed of light or something like that. Which actually upscales way higher because of Souther and shit. So let's just say like arbitrarily, like, let's say like possibly like high-end MFTL, we'll say. Because I can't give you a direct number because there are problems with some of the scaling there. Let's go ahead and bust out. Brawly DBS is many times above Borderline Universal Plus. Oh, hello, Trunks. Let's go ahead and do a Thunder Beat.
Okay, so you said upscaling massively from 5 quintillion?
I believe so, yes. Well, let me look at the exact number here, because maybe I'm saying the wrong number. Let me go to my Fist and North Star scans real quickly.
Are you aware that VSB is going to be accepting Goku roughly in the 6 tillion range?
When I say high upscale, I mean the guy that they would upscale to, the guy who upscales them, literally claims that Kenshiro's standing still in his attacks. So that 5 quintillion to this man is like basically standing still.
I mean, when I say sextillion, I don't mean that they're capping him there. Like, it's just they think that the multipliers for Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3 are unreliable. And then we don't have an exact multiplier for God. But
How
God
do
could
you
also.
want me to go? I will take this to the highest possible. Okay, so never mind. I think I was wrong here. Yeah, okay, yeah. My number was off. This is the actual number. Here, let me see if I can copy this.
Zim, don't make me resurrect the shaking of a certain location as a speed feat. I will do it.
Bro, I will throw an infinite speed fist to North Star right now. You cannot stop me. I will do it right fucking now. Do not make me do this.
The funny thing is, Cyber, is that if you use that, Zim has something that's even better.
Oh, really? What's
Zim,
infinite speed?
break out the Sunray Tenha.
What is it like? Moving in no time? I'm assuming it's like moving in no time.
Fuck you, you piece of shit! What's that?
Okay, then I have to destroy your all of your tech now. Anyway, Blaze, spoil me. What's the infinite speed arguments for Kenshiro?
So every time I fucking talk to Zim about this and all that, he always fucking brings this up and it gives me the shits. I've got a character who can fucking beat it though, but so what the Sunray Tenha does is it basically erases like everything and it's just them two. So it's literally, I forgot how Zim put it, but it'd be like be beyond like a void.
So basically, it's kind of like moving in a timeless void.
I'm back. I'm back.
I mean, you could.
What was the argument?
I'm not-
What was happening?
So Blaze was arguing akin, at least to my understanding, something akin to like moving in a timeless void. Is that your argument?
Oh, well, technically, it would be moving, like, without the concept of movement even existing. Because, so, specifically what's stated is nothing else exists except just them. Even the concept of death doesn't exist to them anymore, because they kill each other repeatedly.
Wait a minute. If that's true, does this move have a time limit?
No.
Like,
well, the only time limit is it's going to force you guys to kill each other once you reach a certain point.
okay, what chapter is this from?
This is in Fist of the Blue Sky. Here, you know what? Let me screen share. I always an excuse to go visit the Fist of the North Star series.
I'm gonna be dipping like in 5 minutes because I do have class at 1.
Don't worry, this won't take long.
Okay.
Let me just go over here real quickly.
Also, who's Cyber?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, have you seen the supposed like downgrades for the Primarchs in Warhammer 40k? Do you agree with them or no?
I have not read them. I've been more on alert because of Earl. And there's the I mean, he says it's not a CRT, but it's a CRT in disguise. It's at least the build-up to a CRT to probably remove Tier 2 from DMC. Thing is, like...
I like how he does that and then yet acknowledges straight up that he knows nothing about Devil May Cry.
Well, I think the problem is partially the way that like the DMC pages are constructed on VSP. The way it was set up kind of like reads that you could argue that like all demons, including the father ones, are like 4D in attack potency, which does not mesh well, because the argument would be like, I mean, I'm aware of the true form thing, but I don't think that's argued too well on the profiles. Correct me if I'm wrong, because like, if we go under this logic, right, you would argue that the demons that appear in like the very beginning of DMC 3, like that fight Dante in his mouth would be like 40 attack potency, which doesn't really mesh well.
I put the more relevant scans in the Fist of North Star scan if you want to take a look at them.
I'll take a look in a moment. I have to dip in like a minute, but it's been really fun.
Likewise.
I'm saying it's been a fun stream.
So yeah, so if you want to talk about later or something like that, like, I'll be around. I'm just here dying on the inside because I just fucking lost my fucking match. Okay. I knew Cyber was one of Rob's in. Muso Tensei negates speed. You could argue Muso Tensei is a speed negation as well, but Muso Tensei is just like intangibility to like, well, it's just nothingness itself. It does activate without him realizing it though, so you can argue that even if Goku were to like Speed Blitz Kenshiro, Muso Tensei would save him. Because it's like, Rao specifically states that he had already killed Kenshiro twice when Kenshiro's Muso Tensei had activated and saved him repeatedly. So you could, like, if you're taking, but also if you take that at face value as well, which you showed the panel support it, there's also a problem that technically the Fist of Northstar characters can survive full cellular destruction. Because Falco destroys all of his cells when he stops the pressure point. I don't know how to feel about that. DMC3 Dante tier 2 when?
I mean, you can argue it. I'm not sure I agree with it, but the argument would just be that Arkham has like an unquantified portion of Sparta's power. But then, like, this opens up the can of worms of, like, I think for, like, Earl's arguing is that even a small portion of low 2C energy would be low 2C. That's Earl's argument.
Jeff, he is talking about God of War in that interview. Like, he doesn't, like, I'll rewatch it again, but he's talking about God of War in that interview.
Alright, see you, my dudes. See you.
Well, which one? The one that I posted?
Yeah.
No, that's exclusively talking about the fucking, like, the world.
Oh, he's saying that it's apparently about, like, that's the way we see it as people.
Oh, fuck off. No, that's what he says. Just, here's the thing. He can contradict himself later. Just don't tell me that Barlog is unfallible.
Oh, someone know. No, it's because I'm not aware there's a live stream going on. Trunks, are you blind? It'll say live on YouTube. I've joined live streams. Do you know pressure points work on Kryptonians? Do they have a human physiology? They would.
They would, because they do have pressure points.
All I'm hearing is that Hokuto Shinken beats Superman now as well. I mean, personally,
beat Saitama if it helps.
Man, fuck! I don't even need Hokuto Shinken to beat Saitama. The series itself upscales beyond Saitama. Oh, well, maybe you could hit his bald head and cause a pressure point. Fuck out of here with this shit. Okay, so we're gonna try this again.
No, if Kenshiro was to fight Saitama, he would literally look around and say, somebody's jobber didn't get enough protein.
Have you ever actually played the game and when he talks to Toki, he's like, Toki, you're so thin, and Toki's built bigger than most guys at the gym?
Doesn't he say that in the manga too?
Oh, I don't know if he does, but if he does, that'd be fucking.
I think it's when he rescues him from the prison,
Toki.
and he's still stacked.
Toki, what have they done to you? You're so thin.
For some reason, they kept feeding me bread, fish, and wine.
They didn't realize that my true powers were hidden all along. Oh, we're gonna die right now. No, we're not gonna die. We're not gonna die. We have a chance. We have a chance still. Okay, let's actually.
I gotta get ready for work. So I'll talk to you later.
Have fun. Rao's size is inconsistent as fuck, yeah, because Rao's supposed to be like a big guy, but then like you'll have panels where he's not. It's kind of weird. Kind of gotta feel bad for Yuria there though, because if he ended up fucking getting Yuria, she'd get like fucking destroyed by him. Toki, you're so thin. Also, Toki, probably the beefiest man on planet Earth. Oh yeah, no, Rao's horse fucking goes fucking everywhere. What'll this do? That motherfucker Toki stayed under astronomical amounts of radiation for 2 weeks without food or water. Also, Ral would hoorah Yuria. Trunks does not stomp DMC. Sebastian, you joking right now? Fucking Trunks gets fucking shit stomped in DMC. Hang on, let's go ahead and do this. There we go. Like, the only version of Trunks that has a chance in DMC is probably the one in the anime that gets, like, the blue power, or, like, a variation of blue power. Oh yeah, I'm being sarcastic. Trunks will cry if you might don't do. Why is that such a common fucking thing among you people? That should be a second knockback, or do we not get the second knockback? I don't think we get the second. Yeah, we don't get the second knockback. Damn. Okay, so I do not know how to fight this guy at all, because this guy is just kicking my ass right now. I don't know. I don't know what the strats are for this guy. Because I died last time, and I feel like the reason I died was because I was being too conservative with my usages. But I know this boss fight has 5 different forms, because after this one, we have to fight the true form, and the true form heals himself apparently 5 different times. So I don't know how to beat this one. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, we're using Lightning Sting right now, so we can just go straight into the Spark Strike. Oh yeah, perfect. I was told by the people who did this run already on YouTube to not use my summon on this turn, so we're not going to try and summon this turn. Let's go and bust out my Thunder up. Good shit, good shit. We'll do a Shining Shield first, since Lightning over here is just going to fucking waste her fucking shield left and right. Nice. Okay, so this is going to give us a good fucking turn too. So here's a question. How much can Shiro lift? Because his guide says immeasurable. The guidebook says he can lift he has a measurable lifting speed, or a measurable lifting strength. To be fair, that's not entirely a bad statement, because, like, the fact of the matter is this: we really don't know what his limits are in any capacity. So to argue that he has, like, a measurable lifting strength, I'm not gonna say, like, immeasurable, like, tier-wise immeasurable, but, like, you could easily argue that, like, we would just, it'd be unquantifiably higher than anything on the planet Earth, maybe. Like, he could maybe lift the building if he wanted to. Like, that's definitely a feasible scenario. All right, we're gonna try and just speed rush kill these things, and hopefully that doesn't fuck us over. I need to heal up. Thank you. How strong is Optimus Prime? Okay, hang on a minute. You know what? You know what? Let's go ahead and bust out the Blizzard combo. That was useless. Oof. Oof. Okay, I want to save this for later. Oh, come on! Oh, 0 recovery? Alright, that's fine. No problem. BRB gonna take a nap? Alright, Triple, you have a nice nap. Oh, Warrior of Light is just god tier for this fucking fight. Like, hot damn, I did not realize he'd be this good. Let's actually go ahead and let's break this one. Let's just try and get rid of these fucking characters real quickly. Because that way, because he takes less damage if they're up. So let's go and do that. Alright, perfect. Consecutive turns on lightning, and we can go straight into a flash of steel. Let's follow it up with a throw buckler. Optimus G1 is like multiversal. He has half of a being called the One, who is the equivalent of the One above all. Wait, so then where does Megatron scale to? Does he have the other half of the One, or no? The other half is Unicron, who supports Megatron. So Optimus's rival, what you're telling me is this. Optimus's rival does not have the power of the One, but Unicron does. So how the fuck are these characters rivals? Hang on, we gotta bust out Shiny Shield real quickly. Oh, fuck me. Lightning over here being a DPS queen. I think we have the EX up. Nope, not yet. Let's bust out, let's do this. Oh, that's actually a fuck ton of reduced damage, actually. Never mind. I shouldn't have done that. Beautiful. That's going to delay him back a couple turns, right? Yep. Let's do another cleansing. Alright, we're good for now. Let's go and do HP plus tech. We should survive this. Good shit. Now it's paralysis for one turn. Let's go with the quick dual cast. Oh, it's kind of trash. Oh, what is that? What is that low damage? Okay, we gotta go for another bitter end. Son of a bitch. I don't know if I'm playing this right or not. Like that's my problem here. Like I don't know if I'm doing this correctly or not. Okay, let's go ahead and let's do a break reset slash into a spark strike. Into a army of 1+, which will delay him another turn. Okay, good shit, good shit. Let's go ahead and do a Ray of Hope. Nice. HP plus attack. Nice. Another throw buckler. We'll go with the Spark Strike into... He's about to die. But, yeah, I'll say he's about to summon his boys right now, too. Shit. Alright, let's try and finish this off one last time. Let's try and just get through them all. Do you have your EX up yet? Nope. Let's go with the Thunder. Good shit, good shit. Lightning, you're up. Okay, good shit. Actually, you know what? Fuck this. Let's actually see if we can't just DPS him right now. I think we can DPS him right now. Yeah, we can just DPS him, no diff. As soon as Lightning comes back in, we'll just kill him. I think I was wasting too much time focusing on the other guys. Oh, Lightning's not coming back for a fat minute. Why is she taking so long to come back? That's fucked up. Why the fuck is she taking so long to come back? Ah, crap. That's only 50,000. Almost dead. Almost dead. Almost dead. Alright, he's not going to heal up. Okay, I don't know if I'm doing good or not right now. I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm kind of like low-key shitting bricks a little bit here. We'll see what happens. Oh, damn it. Okay, so now we're going to the next form. Okay. I don't know how many forms this guy has. From what I heard, he has 4 different variations here. I hope not. I've played this as smart as I can. I don't know if I can do anything more here when it comes to this boss fight, so we'll just have to hope and see that if we did enough. Everyone got a shield up. Everyone's good shield-wise for now. Okay, let's just go for Brave Attack Plus. He's definitely a lot weaker than the last form, which is going to be great for me. So, I think I have to kill this guy 4 times back to back. Can he be delayed or no? No delay. Okay. I think my girl Lightning's going to get this one in the bag. Hang on. Delay from break excluded. Let's go for a Spark Strike. Beautiful. Let's go with the Ray of Hope. Why not? We're gonna be okay. We're doing good progress so far. We're doing good progress so far. Oh boy. Warrior of Light is the only reason we're still in this fight. Holy shit! Warrior of Light over here just fucking cleaning up. Okay. Fuck. We are really low on ability usages. We're gonna have to bust out. We're gonna have to bust out my Onion Knight spam right now. Boom. Yeah, okay. I think we're gonna have to bring out Onion Knight. Oh, we'll be okay for one more turn? We should be fine. Okay, let's go with the quick dual cast. Bitch, why do you not deal damage? Okay. Okay. Lightning ZX not up yet? It's not up yet. Okay, we can save it for one more turn. Let's go for a throw buckler right now. Beautiful. Does he have lock? He does. Oh, he can be locked? Okay, so Warrior of Light can just keep him right here. Beautiful. Exactly what we wanted. Okay. Let's bring in my Onion Knight. Let's bring a Warrior of Light closer. This is Onion Knight's best ability, but it's gonna be shit because this guy's not resistant to ice. My Onion Knight's fully built up and he's doing so little fucking damage. It's just disgusting. But that's not what we call him in for. We call Onion Knight in for the free ability usage. Beautiful. Okay, so now Warrior of Light's gonna get a free ability usage. Just go ahead and get that Shining Shield up and running. Can Blade of Olympus kill the World Tree? Jev, are you still here? If Jev's still here, Jev, can you answer that? Okay. Oh, is that going to be his first revive? Is that going to be his first revive? It's not going okay, well, I don't want to waste the EX right now, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this one. Because he's about to revive himself. Yeah. Let's focus on my boy Warrior. This should be fine. Let's go with an HP attack plus. Now that's when we bust out the army of one. Good shit, good shit. Lightning over here being fucking Bay, you know, just fucking dominating the fucking game. Easy peasy. Okay, so we've already killed, okay, so we've killed him once. I think we have to kill him 3 more times. So I have to keep my ability usage up for 3 more fucking versions of the character. Do I want to build, fuck. This is going to be pretty ballsy. I'm not going to activate his LD. I think the shields alone will protect me for this turn. This is pretty ballsy though, so if I die here, it's completely my fault. Keep in your pants, Pip Demon. She's on my team. We did survive, but okay, if that's the best he's got, let's go ahead and just do another fucking shining shield. That's fine. I think we're good so far. We are in a very good position right now. Let's just keep using the HP plus attacks. We're making good time. Okay, Lightning, are you gonna go into okay, she's gonna go into Spark Strike right now. We should survive this. Okay, we're good. He's just gonna attack Warrior of Light. Warrior of Light's got this. Let's go for another Ray of Hope, actually. Nice. Okay. We're making great fucking strides here. He is dying within like 15 turns. Okay, beautiful set. Oh, another consecutive free turns. She does not have her thing anymore, so we're gonna go ahead and okay. Let's go ahead and let's do a shiny wave. Yeah, let's do a shiny wave. I want to see if I can't kill him in time. So from what I was told, or from what I've seen in my research, he does not cleanse debuffs. I'm waiting to save my most powerful debuff, though, for a little while longer. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, right now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a... fuck. Let's do a Ravager, because she'll revive right now. Or she'll get a free turn right now. Okay. This is the 3rd form, right? This is form number 3. So we have one more form after this one. Okay, that's when we bust out the Crushing Blow. That's when we do the Throw Buckler. Sorry, guys, I am just like zeroed in right now, so please forgive me for that. Damage number still looking clean. Damage number still looking clean. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Like, okay, 76,000. That's not a lot of damage. Well, hang on. Let's see. So 58,000. That's actually okay. Still looking clean. It's still the run's still looking clean. Still looking clean as fuck. Okay, we're still going strong. We are still going absolutely fucking strong here. Wonderful. Okay, ability usages are all nice. Everything's looking really solid all across the board. We're doing great. We are doing great so far. And we still have a burst, so we still have our burst units ready. We still have our burst attacks ready to go. We're doing great. We're doing fucking wonderful right now. This is like great here. Go. Oh, beautiful. HP attack into knock up. Okay, we're doing really solid right now. Holy shit. Okay. I think he has one more form after this one. We can do a Ray of Hope. Good shit. 5-turn lock on Warrior of Light is great. Let's see what's going to happen. Warrior of Light trivialized is so fucking hard. Holy shit. Okay, oh, you know, I'm gonna do the bitter end because I do not want to risk anything crazy happening here. If I gotta use Warrior of Light's burst at the end of this fight, that's fine. Okay, let's start getting a little... 10 turns, that should be fine. Like, that should be fine. We got the EX up yet? Perfect. We haven't even used her final LD yet. Oh, she needs her LD buff. Oh. Nothing. Okay, nothing. Beautiful. We gotta get her LD buff back up right now too. Okay, we're doing solid. We're doing solid. We're doing solid. I see you guys are typing in the chat right now, but I'm not even looking right now. Sorry. That's a free turn for war. That's a free turn for lightning. That's a free turn for lightning. That's a free turn for lightning. Okay. Okay, so this should kill him for the third time. Okay, he's died 3 times. This is the last run, right? Hang on, I'm gonna look this up. I do not want to be in a situation where like I fucking get this far and I find out I gotta save it even further. Hang on, guys, sorry. How many times did the boss fucking come back? Oh, I give up. Oh, fuck me. It has a 4th form. Okay, okay, okay. It has a fifth form after this. Son of a bitch. Okay. Shit. 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 So what the wiki just told me, from what I understand, is apparently right now, if he takes a turn at all, I lose the fight. It's time to bust out my secret weapon. The Jack debuff. Oh yeah, Kenshiro can easily tank a nuke. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. I didn't want to have to do it like this, but I have no choice. I do not want to lose this fight, but I've already used I'm using the burst right now. Fuck me, that's super bad. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm a little fucking scared here. I've come so far. I don't want to fucking lose right here because of a fucking instant nuke. So I gotta use the burst right now, and I gotta use the summon on the next turn. Maybe I should have done it the other way, but I don't care. Oh my god, Lightning, I fucking love you. Dude, she just cleared out his entire bar. Holy shit, oh my god. Lightning, you are fucking amazing. There's the final form. Lightning just immediately beat it into the final form. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. So we can take a little bit of a break here because according to this, only the 3rd turn is instant. So we can take a little bit of a break here. We can chillax a little bit. Oh, fuck. Lining over. Oh my goodness gracious me. Holy shit. I think I kind of have to agree with Trunks there a little bit, but I'll see if I can do some research on it. But I'm pretty sure DBS Brawley takes that right now, from what I understand. Getting some shiny shields in there. Oh, I already used shiny shield earlier. That's fine. That's fine. We are still well within our margin of victory. Wait. Did you just say the nuke's hard in the sun? Is that accurate? Beat his ass! Oh, we are doing great right now. Holy shit. I think we'll be able to kill him before he even gets turned off. Lightning over here proving again why she's the best DPS in this game. Good God. Okay, so this is the final form. Regardless, this is the final form. You know what? Fuck it. We're going for the Diabolo summon. We've been saving this all game. I'm not going to fucking beat this without using it at least once. Boom. Excellent. Wonderful. I'll say we are not going to get through this entire fucking thing without using Diabolos at least once. Let's go ahead and do a Ray of Hope right now to buff them all up a little bit. If it has no turn after, I'm gonna cry. Like you're gonna watch me cry on fucking stream. Oh, and here comes Lightning just to clutch it. Oh, this isn't even this. Oh man, Lightning fucking just. Yeah! Fuck yeah! Woo! There's all 20 dimensions in, motherfuckers. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. That. You better give that fucking to me. I'll kick your fucking ass, game. Beautiful. Beautiful fucking run all across the board. We still have plenty of usages left. If he had another form, I would have lost, but like, thankfully he didn't. Woo! Absolutely fucking beautiful. Absolutely beautiful fucking run all across the board. That's a high level fucking, that's a high level Final Fantasy run right there. That's a high level dungeon crawl. There it is. The entire complete, oh, that's a border I've been fucking eating for a while now. The entire complete Dimensions End, fucking beautiful. Oh, that final tier, that final fucking tier with Lightning and Warrior of Light trivialized that so fucking hard. Holy shit. I didn't realize Warrior of Light was gonna make that so fucking easy. I'm so glad I unlocked him, or I'm so glad I fucking moved him from his slot. Holy shit. Look at that. That is beautiful. 25,000. Let's take a look at this. Oh, that is beautiful. That's almost pity distance. Oh, that is fantastic. Oh, I do say so myself. That did not take anywhere near as long as I thought it was. Lightning and Warrior of Light. Holy shit. Lightning and Warrior of Light just made that so fucking easy. Good God. Like, without Krilly, I would have had a problem too. She did do some stuff, but like, good God, Lightning and Warrior of Light were the carries there. Fucking amazing. Absolutely fucking beautiful. Alright, that's enough DFO for now. It's 126. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll have any time to play anything else really right now. Unfortunately. Because I have been slacking on an essay I gotta work on for class as well. I gotta finish a book and read inches, so absolutely fucking beautiful. I actually played Cyberpunk on stream once. I took it down, but I did play it on stream. It burned my fucking eyes. Okay, so just don't do class. Well, I'm paying for it, so I kind of have to. Hang on, let me see here. Jev, you were sending me some things. I'm gonna take a look at this. In our take, one more. If the Greek gods say we created the universe, North South say we did, along with different myths and different creations, they all carved out their piece of history. They're talking about the universe, though. They are in mind referring to the universe that they themselves said. No, yeah, no, none of this changes what we're saying. Like, none of this changed anything what we're saying there. Alright, so I got one more fucking, hang on. Got a free pull. Let's see if I can't get a fist of, let's see if I can't get a pre-topi or anything like that. Oh, ever since I got this new Windows 10 update, my fucking Fist of North Second's been lagging like crazy every time it fucking shows up. Nothing. I don't really care to pull for Alf, so I guess we're just gonna miss him. That's fine. Where is Jaggy, the best party member? I never unlocked Ultra Rare Jaggy, actually. He's one of the few characters in this game he's one of the few Ultra Rares I don't have in this game. Well, it doesn't, because that's still just Corey Bauer saying they're on the same universe and shit. Or on the same planet and stuff. Nothing changes from what we were saying. He's still inconsistent with the statements. Like, even if you want to argue that he's reconciled it now, he's still inconsistent in the moment. Hang on. Where's Pimp? The ultimate. Not in the game. Unless you were, like, misunderstanding us or something? He says they have domain of their own universe. No, we already accepted they had their own dimensions, but they're all on the same planet. Like, no, like, obviously they have their own dimensions to exist in because they don't share the same cosmology, origin stories, or anything. What's going on here? Hang on. Oh, new skins already announced? Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to say that Walking Distance... Well, no. I mean, they technically are. Like, that's what Corey Balrog says, but, like, they just have different dimensions you walk into, I guess. Oh, that fucking sucks, my dude. Do you remember your username? Because you could potentially fucking, like, get the account back with that. Like, if you know the username. If fucking someone to help you. Still though, I'm still just like so fucking happy. Like two attempts on Dimensions N20 and we beat it because our characters were busted as hell at that point. That is fantastic. I can't wait for the new content to come out. I'll try it on first try then. See if I can't beat it. I think it's a boss rush of a Lufenia difficulty, so we'll see how that goes. That's pretty nice. I'm gonna be on that. You're gonna lose? Man, I know my server, my name is One Man, 7 Scars. How can I retrieve it? You're gonna have to go to Sega's help thing after you fucking get on the account. I think you're gonna have to go to like you're gonna have to check and see if you can't get it via their help there. What's today's days of 7? What's today's days of 7? You gonna lose? I don't care if I lose the new content, because like all that mattered ultimately was if I could actually secure the content for fucking all I wanted to secure was the gems, and I secured the gems no problem. This is an emulator. They don't like you playing on an emulator though, so like if you can get it on a phone, you should probably get it on a phone because they don't like emulators. Right now I'm saving my gems as well because I either go for hot chicks or Nanto fighters or the occasional Hokuto fighter if they're really good. I don't really care for a Falco. I don't really care for an X Falco or anything like that. I'm kind of hoping we get the. I'm personally hoping we get the Nanto Gaiden Masters because they're a bunch of chicks. So it's like I'm kind of hoping they show up at some point. But like right now I'm just saving my gems. I don't really see anyone on the horizon I'm really gonna pull for. Perv. I mean, you can call me that, sure, but it's like I just like I prefer seeing hot chicks doing shit than I do fucking dudes. So take that one as you will. Like this is the only like game. This is like the only franchise where like I kind of have a different rule of that to an extent. But it's still like that's kind of like my rule of thumb. Helps with pools though. Is the DM World Ninja Guy just a great value version of DMCs? A little bit, but I'll say their cosmology is a little more interesting because like the god literally got scared of himself and then had to fucking like get a new form, basically, or he basically just got. Ninja Guy's entire cosmology is God got scared and then made himself like way stronger. He's all like, I'm afraid to be alone. So, no, yeah. Like, Ninja Gaiden's universe was made because God was afraid of himself. He was afraid of being nothing itself, so he just created stuff so he wouldn't be nothing anymore. That's literally Ninja Gaiden's cosmology explained in a nutshell. Actually, Mamiya here is actually pretty fucking good, though, unironically speaking. I saw her kid, and I was like, this Lily seems pretty decent. Everyone was like, she was pretty bad, but then, like, as soon as people start building her up, she just turned... The fuck? Are you up to date on Doomslayer scaling? I don't think so. I'm not familiar with the new DLC or anything like that. That's what you're asking. I'm waiting for the ultra rare fucking dude. As soon as the Nanto fighters start coming up into the world, oh, it's gonna be fucking great. All right. At any rate, I think I'll probably call it there for the stream. We're already about 2 hours and a half into this, and I don't really have anything else really to look at. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for your time as always. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys on the next stream or video.